Hi, well, I just haven't been logging in and I'm about to start again tomorrow. No, I'm not starting again. I'm carrying on. I never gave up. I just didn't keep up with my plan. So you might notice that I'm wearing a full face of makeup because I found a bit of motivation from the outside for once, and I've been thinking really hard about everything. So I've been thinking about the excuses that I use because I have a million of them, and I wrote them down on paper. I've actually got 3 lists of things of my excuses, the reasons that I don't like being overweight, and then the reasons that I want to be fitter and smaller and healthier. So I think I should start with my excuses because they are the cause of the problem. So this is what the sheet looks like, right? It's like really, really long, and every single page that I've got is full. So I'll just quickly go through them. Like, the main excuses are things like, oh, I'm just gonna eat bad later, so why bother eating now? I mean, that's a common cop-out that I have. It's like a fail-safe mechanism of not being able to fail later because I've already failed. So it's like it's safer to do it half-heartedly than to go wholeheartedly and then fail. So there's no disappointment if I just don't try. It's a shameful way of thinking, but it's been happening. I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to make. Not enough money. Too tired. Bad weather. Bad mood. We all know that that exercise promotes endorphins. Yeah, here's me sitting there saying, I'm in a bad mood. I don't want to go out and exercise. Anyway, got up late. The kids are home. The kids are home. Come on. I post on my Instagram all the time that I exercise at home, and I still use it as an excuse to not do anything. So something's really been going wrong for me, and I think I found my missing link so far. I'm sore. You know why I'm sore? Because I'm carrying so much damn weight. That's what that is. Even to the point where I started believing that I deserve to be this way, that I'm being punished for God knows what. But I read it and it's just stupid. No one deserves to be this way. If John's not exercising, maybe I just won't do anything either because he's not, which is a really lame and stink excuse. I hate how I look. One more reason to exercise. It's the only way to change it. I need new shoes. I'm not too worried. I'll just lose it next month. Hello, how long have I been trying to lose weight? Everyone asks me, oh, are you still trying to do your weight loss thing? But I don't enjoy working out around the kids. At some point there, I stopped enjoying it. I used to love that. Isis used to sit there and copy me while I'm doing some yoga, or she loves to get out. She asks to get out the DVDs more than I do, and I'm going to reverse it. It starts tomorrow, or should I say today. It's quite late, and I needed to get this done, so food prep takes a lot of work. It does. It takes a heck of a lot of work to food prep 2 people and then also worry about what the kid's going to eat. It's a lot of work. Just need water. Sorry, I just went and grabbed a drink of water because my throat is drying out because it's so late. More of my excuses. It's hard to not eat properly. It's hard to eat properly and get the kids doing it too. The kids, they don't like a lot of the food that I cook and that I quite happily will eat because it's good for me, which kind of stops me because I feel guilty that they're not eating good and I am, and I can't force it upon them. I can slowly see that Isis is starting to notice that eating is changing, and that I don't know, I just don't know how to make it exciting for her, and I feel bad if I'm eating good and they're eating kind of crap. I've still got almost zero control around chocolate, so still got that big hurdle to overcome, but I think that's just going to take time. It's all of this all wraps into one, but I managed to split it into 3 lists. The other list of why I don't like being overweight. Look, it's just as long. And see, The reasons I don't like being overweight, you know what I can't stand is the fact that I have to shop in certain shops for my clothing. Yeah, I can fit the bigger sizes in some of the smaller shops, but it's always dependent on stretch or fabric or anyway, the bigger that I get, the more weight that I hold, the bigger my feet get, and I hate that. It means that I have about 2 different sizes of shoes in my wardrobe, and I'm dying to wear the size that I can't fit right now. My fingers get bigger, my jewelry gets smaller. Well, no, my fingers get bigger, the jewelry stays the same. As you can see, I'm wearing makeup, right? If I was smaller, I wouldn't have to use so much contour because you'd be able to see my cheekbones. You'd be able to, I wouldn't have to try and disguise my double chin. But these are little things that have helped me want to get back into exercise, is knowing that I could be saving money on makeup for little things like that. My skin and my nails and my hair are absolute crap because I'm not eating properly, and that is a big sign. My hair doesn't grow properly when I don't eat properly, and therefore it gets all cracked and dry looking, blah blah blah. Up until lately I haven't really been comfy taking pictures, but a bit of makeup that helps. A YouTuber that I've been following, she was right on track with what I want to achieve with makeup and what I hope to achieve. She wears it because she doesn't feel very confident, and you know what, I can understand that because I don't feel confident in my own skin. And she was perfect, gorgeous, you know, everything that you'd want to be, or I would want to be, and she didn't like it. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to take a note out of your book, and voila, I'm back at it again. I hate the size my clothes labels say. I get worried about squishing my boyfriend. What? He reckons he can take all of this, blah blah blah, as they do, but I mean, I'm a big heavy weight. It's not anyway, it's embarrassing. I'll carry on. I don't want to run with the kids because I don't want to wobble and jiggle all over the place. I don't want my clothes to move out of place. Being out of breath is not too much of a concern. I can outrun my 4-year-old, but I just hate how I look when I run. That needs to change. I don't like being stereotyped as jolly and fat. I think of fat Amy and I'm just like, oh no, here we go. I hope I don't have to like try and be funny, because I'm not really a funny person. Actually I'm very much the opposite of it. So what else? You know those looks that you get when you're sitting there eating, and I might not be eating the best food, but I feel like I'm being watched by people that they're wondering, why am I eating that? Or people that know that I'm trying to eat properly and I might be a bit off track with my eating. I don't like those looks. They make me feel bad, and they're kind of a kickstart back into healthy eating, but at the same time it triggers the wrong emotional feelings. So I'm hoping that for a bit of weight loss those might go away, and a bit of self-control and routine. And then there's just that overall assumption that I'm lazy and unfit. I can run a decent distance and I can do it in a decent time, and I'm in no way lazy. At the moment it's 1:30 in the morning and I am sitting here planning my next I'm planning the rest of my life again. This is something that happens all the time. I think of something, or have a goal, and I'm like, right, I've got to go get to it and start making lists, and then I'm up at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning trying to achieve them. So the biggest part of what I was getting to is why I want to be smaller, fitter, healthier. And you know, the biggest thing I can think of is that I've got my 2 little girls watching me. They're looking at me exercising, trying to eat properly, trying to force all these new habits on them as well. And I don't want it. I want them to have a positive role model. I want them to, sorry, I've got an itchy nose. I want them to have a positive role model. The time that it takes away from them, what, good 2 hours a day sometimes, it needs to add up and be worthwhile. So I need to make sure that I'm not just doing it in vain. I want to be smaller, fitter and healthier because I want that satisfaction of reaching my goals for once. I've done it once before and it worked, and I don't know, the only thing I can think of that's changed in my life is the fact that I now have an extra child and a partner, and I don't see how that should add up to being a fail. Oh no, I would have been able to control my eating, become more disciplined with it. I'm hoping it'll help me. By that stage, I would have defeated any eating demons that I've got, any emotional problems, or at least worked on them so much that they're not bothering me to the point where they are a scapegoat for not continuing with my weight loss. I hope that I'm emotionally happier. I know that I appear happy right now, which is what I want, and it's what I'm loving about this person that I've discovered over the last couple of weeks. I was really sad. I went back and I watched the first 3 videos that I uploaded, and the tears came back when I saw how unhappy I was. And I know that it's a couple of months on now and I'm still in the same place, but I am so much happier emotionally, which is why I know I'm ready to just kick this in the ass. I mean the bum. And yeah, you know, I've got other people watching me. My cousin Katie, she messaged me and she says, oh hey, so you know, I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm feeling really good. And I was like, oh, that's really good, I'm so glad. And she says, oh, and I was like, I'm glad you told me because I need some inspiration. And she goes, you know, everything that you've been doing has been my inspiration. And I was just, I get blown away every time people come up to me and say, I've been watching what you've been doing, your posts have been missing on Facebook. And I'm just like, oh, people are watching me, so I can't afford to fail because it's just not inbuilt. Besides other things like reflections in the mirror and stuff, physically I want my skin, nails and hair to get better. I want my tummy to flatten a bit more. My ultimate goal is to see lots of definition all over my body. It'd be easier to run if my thighs got smaller. I run now, that's fine, I'll work through it, I'll work through the pain. But it'd just be easier if it wasn't, my thighs weren't so big. Better relief on the joints, being lighter, smaller clothing size. Shoe size would be back smaller again. And on the fitness side of things, I like being able to lift quite heavy and run. I want to run. I had a dream about running last night, and I was so happy, and I was running and I caught up to someone and they were like, come on, let's run together. I don't remember who it was, but it's probably because I was talking about that sculpt 6K that's going to happen this year with Katie. But anyway, and also flexibility. I'm being a role model to my children, which is the best gift I can ever give them, is to be a good role model. And of course to have a happy me, a happy life, because a happy wife equals a happy life for my partner too, because everybody knows when you feel sad, unfortunately you sort of affect the ones around you, and it'd be more fair on my family if I was a happier person. But yeah, that's my excuses. That's the reasons that I don't like being overweight, and all the reasons that I would like to achieve a smaller, healthier me. Thanks for watching.